Hello guys, Lex Ellis here with another fragrance video. Now today I'll be covering a scent from the 60s. It's a cheapie, but it's a real goodie, probably the best cheapie out there, and that is Brut by Faberge. Now this has a bit of a history for me. My dad introduced me to this, and I love this from right off the bat. It's weird, it smells like sort of baby wipes and talc, and at first you're like, what would be so good about that? How's that masculine? But it just has a real vibe to it. I've still got some in my hand from earlier. Not strong, but we'll spray it again, obviously show the sprayer. And I do get a vibe. It's really nice for a 60s scent. I mean, like, I would wear this over some designers. Like if I, for example, some designers I've got, like I'm trying to think of one that I didn't really like too much. One was what was the name of it again? A Mani He. It's nice, but it doesn't last too long. I would wear this over a Mani He, and it's cost me £7 at a Tesco's. One thing I wanted to talk about was the bottle. I understand there's various different bottles. There's a big splash one, and the bottle people might recognise as a sort of one that goes like that. It's a weird shape. It sort of curves in the middle. It's a weird shape. But that's this tall one. This is the original sort of 60s one. It's just came out in 1965. It says in base notes it came out in 1964. The only reason I think it's 1965 is because it says here Faberge Prestige 1965. Anyhow, let's look at the bottle. Gorgeous bottle, I have to say. Silver medallion with Brut on it there. Brut for men. It shouldn't say for men because it doesn't need to, it's that cool. Big silver chain going around here, really nice. You get Brut Faberge Prestige, Parents 1965, 100ml there. Although I believe this might actually only be 88ml, unless they made the bottle a slight bit bigger, but that's just meh. Eau de toilette for men at the bottom, just in case the big medallion wasn't enough for you. So yeah, get this big toilette here. Just a classic nice bottle, sits really nice as well. Nice to hold, I really like it. So yeah, let's talk about the sprayer. One thing again is the sprayer is not the best sprayer in the world. I'll show you here. It's not the best of sprayers. It's a pain in the ass to sort of spray when you're holding it. So you need to hold it like, there we go. Not the best. It's one of these. I don't like that. I like sprayers that will whoosh, you know, like Creed and Cheruti and Dior and Chanel. It whooshes out, you know, that's a real sprayer. But this already getting this really strong sort of almost talky baby white vibe. Now it sounds like silly, but let's face it, talc and baby wipes do smell nice. There's that fresh feeling you get when you come out and you've been talked up after the shower and you put talc on. There's that fresh feeling you get. Your skin is absolutely soft as anything, you know, and that's what I get. This reminds me of like getting baths as a kid, you know, come out and just smelling a, you know, baby powder and crap like that, you know. That's what it reminds me of. But it's nice. It's nice in the way that it's masculine. It's quite classy as well. You could definitely wear this formally, casual wear, date, work as long as you go easy in the sprayer. But not too bad. I really like the bottle, everything about it. So yeah. So I know base notes say it came out in 1964, but I believe it's 1965 just because it says on here. But give or take, you know, it's like Aramis. Some people say it's, you know, 66, 65, stuff like that. So yeah, already. This is weird because lasting power. I mean, I'm telling you, but this is weird. It's weird on me because throat's got a wee bit dry there. My apologies. Take a wee drink. Yeah, that's the worst image. I mean, take a wee drink and I pick up a wee lager. But I was drinking it before doing the video, so. But really, this is surprising. Lasting power is not beastly on this. You'd expect 1964, masculine, cheapy, all these things from back in the day that everyone knows. Oh, it's beastly, but it's not too bad. Maybe the original. I believe there was Brut, and then there was a Brut 33, and there was a Brut original, and like Brut classic, and a Brut 33, I think. I remember the adverts. It was like Brut 33, something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember how it goes again. I should include the advert at the start of the video actually. But yeah, I just remember all these sort of things. I looked at it online. They've got really good adverts and stuff. So I've included a few of the posters in the start of this video's intro. Really, just fond memories. I had the deodorant stick as well. I just remember, like, I would go to college, I would smell a Brut. And this was one of the first fragrances where I discovered, you know, the placebo effect. My mother used to always take a piss going, you know, Brut's cheap, it's pongy. Listen to your uncle Monk used to always slag me, Brut's cheap, what are you doing with that stuff? And he used to wear Aramis, like, it was like, my mum was like, Brut's pongy. So here's how it worked one day. Well, going out for dinner and I was meeting them in the town. It was a Chinese buffet place and I was wearing this. And I turned up and my mum's like, oh, you smell divine, that smells really nice. And I'm like, oh, it's a new Chanel fragrance. It's called Desire for Men. Made that right up on the spot, Desire for Men, you know, not very classy for Chanel, but and she's like, oh, it smells really nice. Oh, it's so good. And I was like, oh, I'm only kidding, Mum, wearing Brut. She's like, you can't be wearing Brut. So like, see the placebo effect. The minute I mentioned Chanel, oh, it smells good. So I think I mentioned my Dracar Noir video. I told some people I was wearing Dracar. I was like, oh, and I was like, you know, someone asked me what I was wearing. I was wearing Dracar Noir, and I says, oh, it's a new Chanel fragrance. I just got the sample in the mail, decided to wear it out. What do you think of it? Oh, it's really nice. It's really nice. I said to someone else who said it was. They actually asked me, that's quite nice. What is that? And I went, yeah, it's actually an older fragrance I got, picked up for £15. It's in the 80s, and they were like, oh well, yes, it's nice, but it's not really my thing. The minute I took away the label and the money, that image went right down. So placebo effect. This is the first I ever experienced it was of this. So. Yeah, I think it's safe to say I instantly love this, for real. So yeah, the lasting power, I say I get about 6 to 8 hours with this. It's not too strong on me, believe it or not. Projection, it probably projects a good 2 hours. Fairly strong projection, maybe within about 6 feet at most. Then dies down a bit and becomes a skin scent after that. Not a beast, but I think that's what makes it so good, is because it's masculine, but pardon me, it can be too cloying. That talky, you know, powdery vibe can really get a bit too much for some people. So again, make sure and go easy on the trigger. So for work, I think 1 spray, maybe 2, could pull this off. It's nice, and it's a nice pleasant one for work. I wouldn't mind sniffing this if I worked next to you. For a date, maybe not a bit cheap for a date, but really you couldn't go wrong. It smells nice enough. Also, if you go easy on the trigger and you lie and say it's a new Dior fragrance, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to like it. Depends on who you're dating, but hell, I'd wear it on a date. I like it. I really like this. And for casual wear, this is perfect. I used to wear it casual all the time. Hell, I used to wear this in my Adidas tracksuit, like in college. I didn't dress up this at all, and it was just fitting, and it was masculine enough to sort of pull it off. So it was quite good. But you can dress it up as well. Just an overall really nice scent. £7 in Tesco for the 100ml. I'm not sure what type of bottle this is. I haven't seen this one hanging around. I've always seen the classic, the wee small Bruts with the spray. That, like, basically the smaller bottle I believe is only aftershave, and now they've changed it, so the small one's now Eau de Toilette, and the bigger splash one's now aftershave only. Don't know how it's working, don't know what they're doing with the company. I know there's like 10 versions of Brut out now, Brut Extreme and Brut this and Brut Sport and all sorts of weird ones I've heard of. But yeah, this is the original and best one in my opinion. Do pick it up, you really can't go wrong. £7 for 100ml, really. I mean, how can you complain at that? It's a really nice scent. So I've been wanting to talk about this one for ages. I mean, this is probably one of my first blog posts, was on this one. And I'll link you to that. If I have a blog post on a scent, I normally update the video with a link to the actual post on it. So yeah, here we go guys. That's Brut for Men by Faberge. Excellent scent from the 60s. The Beatles probably wore it as well, because they're just that cool. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This cologne did hold a bit of a history for me. It's always sort of been there in my life. My dad wore it, someone else wore it. It's just been making its way in and out of my life throughout the years until I eventually bought a bottle for myself and owned it for myself. So I was quite chuffed. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions you have, remember to send me a message or leave it in the comments. This video will be in my playlist, Fragrances Lex Ellis, so you can find that easily. The song and the song I used at the intro will be in the description as well, and a link to my blog post that I put on this fragrance in particular will also be there. So I hope you enjoy that post. It's quite amusing. I want to mention my blog isn't serious, so my videos are quite serious. Now my blog does have info, it'll tell you how many sprays to wear, where to wear. The info is real, but it's more comical. It jokes around a lot and quotes things, which I don't do as much in my videos because my videos are a bit more serious. So yeah, please do check out my blog. I know I've not been adding to it, but I'll leave the links there anyway, so you can check it out anytime you want. So thank you for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Really great scent. Do check it out. Thank you for watching, and if I don't do another video, which in fact I think it's been my last video, by the way, before Christmas, so this is probably my last video before Christmas. So yeah, have a look back to you guys. Have a very nice Christmas, and I hope you get lots of nice cologne from Santa, because Santa's the best smelling guy. He can make all that stuff at the North Pole. Chanel and Taste, he can make that. Santa's the biggest bloody drug lord piracy ring in the world. Santa's the biggest criminal ever. Santa's just Al Capone with a red suit on, just saying. So anyway guys, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever, happy Hanukkah, whatever. So yeah, have a good one.